Are the new assignments coming to the game with the Turning Tides DLC going to be as absurd as those that we got with the In the Name of the Tsar DLC? And as some of the new assignments are already implemented into the game, today we're gonna take a look at those and see if they actually encourage team play and PTFO gameplay. Before we dive into it though, you need to remember that those assignments that I'm presenting to you now could be easily changed, as those are from one of the first CTE builds with the new DLC, and also we don't have all new weapons implemented yet, plus we can't see the new service assignments, which seem to be the most absurd ones that came with the previous DLC. But regardless of all this, I still think we have couple of the assignments that could be tweaked so that they would encourage playing the objective instead of mindless running around and trying to get certain kills. The first assignment of this type is the one required to unlock the Farquhar Kill self-loading rifle, and this one requires you to perform 15 kills on swimming enemies using self-loading rifles. While I'm fully aware that the new DLC will be focused around the naval warfare, still, on the maps that we got to see in the CTE, there isn't that much water that enemies could be potentially swimming in. And those two maps will be the only ones that we will be able to play in December when those two maps and new weapons get released. So if I'm correct, we have only one map that can potentially have loads of enemies trying to swim in the water to reach the other side of the map, and that being Albion from the Russian DLC. And besides that, how much sense does it actually make to put in assignment requiring players to sit on the coast and wait for their kills to go into the water so they can kill them? It will create the exact same problem that the Parabellum low weight assignment did with the Russian DLC. Usually 30 to 50% of the team was useless in every round, laying down with the bipoded LMGs and trying to get kills on planes. Another example of a stupid assignment forcing players to play in a weird way is the one that's required to be completed to unlock the Browning LMG. This one requires you to deal 200 damage with repair tool to the enemy vehicles. Luckily those points add up to each other, so you only need to get 200 in total, and you don't actually have to take out 2 full health vehicles using the wrench. But still, how much sense does it actually make to put in assignment that forces players to run around enemy vehicles trying to damage them with the repair tool? And if that wouldn't be enough, we have the third assignment of this type, which requires you to get 10 kills with the single action rifles, being sniper rifles, on enemies that are in the sea vehicles. I know that the assignment itself isn't really that hard to complete, but it's not even about it. If you watch me for a longer time, you probably remember the video titled "New Assignments Destroyed Teamplay?" or something along those lines, in which I explained what problems those assignments cause. Essentially, most of the player base will try to complete all the assignments as soon as they can to get their hands on the new weapons, which will result in having 15 snipers each game camping on the coast trying to get those kills on someone standing in the boat. Where is the common sense, guys? I'm really curious who's responsible for designing those new assignments, because it either looks like this guy isn't playing a game at all, or he's some ultimate tryhard, which I don't suppose he is. Except for the couple individuals, 90% of the DICE development team have very average performance when it comes to playing this game. I've played quite a lot of events during the past couple of years when I was with the series, and from what I've seen myself, most of developers have around 1 to 1.5 KD, which isn't really that great, and other scores aren't high either. Of course, by saying that they aren't that great, I mean for someone who would be designing such insane assignments for other players to complete them. Anyway guys, that would be it for today. Let me know in the comments what you think about the whole situation. Do you like those assignments or you don't? And as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield!